and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. The NCAA Sweet 16 preview. Wow, here we are. What an interesting tournament it has turned out to be. Here on Robert Sports Show, in the first round, I went 25-7. Second round, I went 9-7. So overall, 34-14. I know one of my brackets got blown up with Villanova losing. I got Gonzaga and North Carolina in the other two. So I did 4 brackets. I copied one for a work one, and I got my 3 on ESPN. I'm with Mike and Mike on one of them on the ESPN bracketology thing. Stephen A. Smith, I'm with the one with in his group, and then one with the WWE group. So, just one of them tournaments. Not a lot of big upsets, I don't think. I mean, a few here late, but that first round, he didn't have like the 2-15 type of upsets. So, let's get the Sweet 16 preview going. Okay, first game, we have the 7th seed Michigan Wolverines, 26-11 versus the 3 seed Oregon Ducks, 31-5. First round, Michigan beat Oklahoma State, 92-91. Second round, they beat the 2nd seed Louisville, which is considered an upset, 73-69. Oregon beat Iona, 93-77 in the first round, and then the 11th seed Rhode Island, 75-72 in the second round. Both teams are averaging more points in the tournament than they were during the regular season. Michigan's numbers for the regular season, points 75, field goal percentage 48-4, free throw percentage 77-6, 3-pointers 38-7, rebounds 31-6, and blocks 2.9. Oregon 79.5 points, 48-4 in the field goal, free throw 70.9. 3-pointers, 37-9. Rebounds, 39-3. Now, there's a big difference with Michigan and Oregon on the rebounds. And blocks, Oregon's got them 6.4 to 2.9. With the 2-seed upset in the round of 32, I think that helps Michigan. They've played close games. They're able to move on. You know, they beat Oklahoma State by 1 point. They beat Louisville by 4. Oregon blew out Iona, and they barely beat Rhode Island. I am actually taking the actual line of this game is Michigan minus 1.5, and I'm taking them to win and cover the 1.5. Next, we have the 4-seed West Virginia Mountaineers 28-8 versus the 1-seed Gonzaga Bulldogs 34-1. 82-84 in the points in favor of Gonzaga. Field goal percentage 51-45. Gonzaga. Free throws 73-68. Gonzaga. 3 points 37-7-36. Gonzaga. Rebounds 43-40. Gonzaga. Blocks West Virginia 4.7. Gonzaga 4.6. West Virginia beat the 13th seed Bucknell by 6. They beat the 5 seed Notre Dame by 12? 12. Gonzaga blew out South Dakota State, a 16 seed, by 20. And then they beat Northwestern by 6. So, I mean, they haven't exactly had a lot of close games to play. That one loss, though, I mean, dominant team. A lot of people picked them to be a national championship. I did in one bracket. Gonzaga favored by 3. I get them winning and covering. Next, we have the 4-seed Purdue Boilermakers. I can't talk today. 27-7. Jayhawks, number 1 seed, 30-4. Points 83-80 in favor of Kansas. Field goal percentage 48-9, 48-1. 3-pointers 40.7 to 40.6 in favor of Purdue. Rebounds 41-4 to 40 Kansas. Free throw 76-1. Free throw percentage 76-1 to 67 in favor of Purdue. And then blocks 4.7 to 2.6 in favor of Kansas. Kansas had a pretty easy avenue to get to this point. UC Davis and then Michigan State by 20. Purdue, though, they beat Iowa State by 4, and then they beat Vermont by 10. Kansas has averaged 95 points a game so far in the tournament. I got them winning handily. I got them winning. The line is 5. I got them winning and covering. The last game of day 1, which is Thursday, we have the surprise 11 seed Xavier Musketeers, 23-13, versus the 2 seed Arizona Wildcats, 32-4. 2 upsets really by Xavier here, beating Maryland 76-65 and beating Florida 91-66. They're better than Arizona in rebounds, and that's it. I mean, there's no reason for Xavier to be in the position they're in the Sweet 16. I had them upsetting Arizona. I didn't take them earlier. I took, Middle Tennessee as one of my big upsets. Rhode Island and Princeton were my big upsets in my bracket that I blew up. I'm taking Xavier here. Arizona's favored by 7.5. I'm giving the 7.5 to Xavier. I think it's going to be a lot like that Florida game. So I look at defense and Xavier scoring some points, and bada bing, bada boom, Xavier upsets Arizona. My pick. Next week, so certain for Friday's games, we have 4 seed Butler, 25-8 versus North Carolina Tar Heels, 29-7. My other one I have left, my brackets, my winner. 85-76 on the points. North Carolina, 47-9 and 47 on field goal percentage. Butler, free throws, 73-8 to 70.8. Butler, 3 points. Butler, 36-9, 36-4. Rebounds, big difference though. North Carolina gets the rebounds, 47-3 to 34. I think that's going to be the one thing that's going to help North Carolina against Butler. Butler beat a 12 seed and a 13 seed. They haven't beat anybody huge. North Carolina did beat the 8 seed Arkansas. UNC, North Carolina is favored by 7.5. I've been winning and covering. I think it'll be 1 in the paint and defensive rebounds by North Carolina. Next, we have the 7 seed South Carolina Gamecocks, 24-10 versus the 3 seed Baylor Bears, 27-7. Points per game about the same, 73.5 to 73-1 Baylor. Field goal, 47-41 Baylor. Free throws, 72-69 Baylor. 3 points, 36 to 33 Baylor. Rebounds, 41.5 to 40. Blocks, 4.8 to 3.8. That one extra average block per game I think is what's going to help Baylor here. South Carolina coming off the 2 seed upset of Duke, 88-81. I don't know if they'll have a upset hangover from that or if they'll be able to feed off of that. Now, if it was the same weekend, if it had been like here in the Sweet 16, you get a big upset, you carry over to the weekend. But being, 5 days later, I think they'll have a hangover. The upset hangover will will hurt them. I think they got so high from that upset that I think it'll hurt them here. So I got Baylor winning. They're favored by 3.5. I got them winning and covering. Next, we have the 3 seed UCLA Bruins, 31-4, which a lot of people expect to win it all, versus the 2 seed Kentucky, 31-5. UCLA averaging 90 points a game this year, 52% on field goal, 47 for Kentucky, 74-30 on free throws, UCLA. 3 points, 40.6 to 35, UCLA. Rebounds, 3 more a game by Kentucky, 43 to 40. Blocks, about the same, 5-3, 5-4 for Kentucky. I'm taking UCLA here. I mean, mild upset, yes. Once, at this point, a 2 and a 3 seed is really that big of an upset. Kentucky coming off that 3-point win versus Wichita, but UCLA 17 over Kent State, 18 over, 12 over Cincinnati. My bad, I can't do math right now. So I'm actually taking UCLA to mildly upset Kentucky here. The line was Kentucky 0, so I'm taking UCLA up. They'll win by 3. I think Kentucky will lose the kind of game they beat with Wichita State. And finally, the last of the Sweet 16 games with the 8 seed Wisconsin, 27-9 versus the 4 seed Florida, 26-8. Florida beating Virginia. Wisconsin coming off the big upset of number 1 Villanova. Blew a lot of brackets up when they did that. But, 3-point upset there. Again, kind of like with South Carolina beating Duke. I think this is going to be, if it was the same, like the weekend after, Sweet 16s Thursday, Friday, the Elite Eights on Saturday, Sunday. I think the getting up from that, beating that big upset would help them. I think a week later, I think you'll get that hangover from it, and they're not going to be as prepared to play. I feel, So I got Florida winning this. Moving on. So it looks like we would have North Carolina, Baylor, UCLA, and Florida on Sunday. Saturday would be Xavier, Kansas, Gonzaga, and Michigan. We'd have 3. What is the Elite Eight? 3 1 seeds. That's not horrible. So 11 seed of Xavier, if my picks are correct. So 2 3 seeds in one side, and then 2 1s of 7 and 11. So that will wrap up the Sweet 16 preview. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. And just like I did kind of for the round of 32, on Friday I'll get up Saturday's games preview picks, and then on Saturday, late Friday night, Saturday, I'll get up Sunday's pick. Unfortunately, it's the only way I can do it. Now, with this being a few days off for both sets here, I can get it all in one. But obviously, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. If you're a NASCAR fan, check out all my NASCAR previews for 2017, NASCAR Weekend Review, where I review the NASCAR K-N Pro Series, the NASCAR Wheeled and Modified Series, the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and then NASCAR Xfinity Series. I run down the top 5s, points, and the race, and obviously the Monster Energy Cup Series. I get those previews up. If you're a big wrestling fan, Road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania is 12 days away, 13 days away. I have watched every WrestleMania. I have the Road to WrestleMania. The best Intercontinental title matches will be up. The tag titles will be up. The world titles and the best 10 matches in the history of WrestleMania coming soon. And then the Elite 8 preview, Final 4 preview, and then I don't know how the hell I'm doing the Finals preview. It's WrestleMania weekend. I got the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor preview. I got the NXT TakeOver Orlando review. I had the WrestleMania review. Don't know how the hell I'm getting the finals up, but it'll be up somehow. Preview of the NCAA Finals. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great night. Have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.